Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me okay? We should be good. Good and live. Hello, everybody. Should be able to see the True Algo screen right now. If you guys can just confirm, I'm going to go tag a couple people just on our Discord so everyone knows that we're here. Sorry about the internet issues today. That was not fun. But sometimes that is just part of the game. Is the audio okay? It looks good on my end. So let's do it. One more tag, sorry. All right, cool. Let's get into it. So right now, we've already had a full take profit on any type of long ideas. And now we have a potential short getting set up. We have a close here in 6 minutes. So that's what we're looking for. All three indexes. This is the ES on the left, NQ in the middle, US 30 on your right, have hit our take profit box. We're looking now for a bearish close from this box to then get a short opportunity. There's some fair value gaps that need to be filled in price action, both on these two circles here. Right now we have back tested the New York high yesterday on the NQ, and that's what it's holding. Same thing with US 30. So for all the current members of True Algo, just take note of that New York high yesterday. We have back tested it just now on this opening drop, and we're holding it. So a nice close under there should bring much lower prices on the indexes. But right now they are bullish until we close bearish. Note, just because the candle's bearish right now doesn't mean that it's going to close that way. So just make sure you guys are keeping a close eye on it. And I'll be with you guys live, so we'll be able to see it happen. We had an unbelievable perfect move out of the, what's it called, DXY into the pound this morning. Again, we had a bearish confirmation short opportunity on DXY, and at the same exact time our bullish close on the pound, and now have pushed up bullish. Absolutely fantastic. So the only thing you can be right now is bullish on the pound. If you are a Forex trader, see if the euro offered an opportunity. I don't know if the euro got all the way down to the box, but I believe we're hitting a box now. We shall see in just a second. I don't think we got to the box. I know we got to it on the pound. I'll check gold and oil here in just a second. Yeah, so right now gold has gotten to the full take profit. Sorry, I just said gold. I apologize. The euro. So you get a close below the current candle. That means it would close bearish. It would offer a short opportunity, and then that would allow that to happen. Right now, I'm going to keep my eyes on the pound as it's still stuck at daily open after hitting that first take profit. Gold, folks, the only thing you can be right now is bullish or neutral. There's no reason to be bearish on gold. Gold has to close below this box right here, so only looking for gold to push up going into this next candle close. And then oil, folks, as we've gotten down from the swing system now down to the day system, we are currently trying to hold any type of bullish long idea to get up to daily open or to fill this gap that's right in here. That's what we'll be watching. As soon as oil closes below this box that we're holding by True Algo, it's also the New York low of yesterday, then that would offer short opportunities for much lower prices. But right now you want this box to hold price from a close perspective. I'm going to get back over to indexes now. Still continuing this overall bearish move from the True Algo box. Once this closes, then we can look for reasons to push down further. Just a reminder that we have these gaps in pricing. And then just True Algo members, as we get used to our brand new True Algo flex, our strength of move, these all right here become take profit ideas as well. And when you see those flexes happen, that lets you know why the move to push up bullish to the box was so strong, as we were teaching you guys yesterday. And you can see with the US 30, you don't see those flexes anywhere in this price action. And that's why it's consolidating more than the others, even though we had a great short opportunity during the London session on US 30. So right now, just waiting for this close here in a minute and a half. Thanks again for those of you guys still hanging around. Apologies about the internet issue. It's the first time that's happened with a scheduled live stream with you guys, so hopefully it doesn't ever happen again. But thanks a lot for those of you that were able to hang out. Really, really aggressive move from that True Algo box. So if anything, it's just about being protective. Like this is where most retail traders saw a bullish move in pre-market for New York. And then as soon as New York opens, they long. And then as you guys can see, you're longing into a True Algo box. And then it presents a problem for you all as you get trapped, when instead this is where we would look for reasons to build short opportunities for us. US 30, folks, you're the only one who's already had a confirmation short. Even from the initial win, there was a second one right here leading into New York Open. So don't get trapped up here in long positions, everybody. We're below the New York high of yesterday on the NQ. So just need to get it below daily open. We have the closes in less than a minute, and now we have 2 out of 3 potential short opportunities. US 30 is the only one that was already had a short opportunity. So we should be looking to get lower prices. True Algo members, I was talking to you guys why we should be bullish overall to start the day, because I talked to you guys about the beacons last night. If anyone has any questions about that, it's in Discord. But just a reminder, those True Algo scalp targets and beacons that are below us, we've missed 2 in a row, which means that's why today we should look to be bullish. And that's happened now. So now we had an opportunity to get to our bullish box, now close bearish, and then look to start flushing downwards, clearing these daily scalp targets on the ES, also US 30. We have a beacon as well. That just about to have that close. There's that close. All right, so True Algo members, everyone watching right now, we have a bearish confirmation close from True Algo. NQ, folks, it'd be nice if we could get just a little bit lower than the open price here so that we can look to continue to push lower. And then these True Algo strength of moves, as long as these can keep disappearing on the bottom and then all of a sudden you start seeing them on the top, can help build the short ideas further down. I'll try to stop clearing my throat. Sorry, I forget sometimes that there's a microphone. US 30 was a really good close too, as it closed right below the box. I'm going to quickly check DXY. DXY down, holding the weekly open. The pound holding the open, so that's really good. Check the euro really fast. The euro didn't close bearish yet, but the good thing is in 30 minutes from now, you'll see this line. I remember the boxes right there. If we can get a 30-minute bearish close underneath this line here, you'll see that would be a bearish confirmation on the euro, which can lend itself to see lower prices here for the euro as we wait for that to load. And we can see DXY is holding that open. Gold, you are still neutral or confirmed bullish. There's no reason to be bearish. It has to close bearish. And then oil, folks, you are back in the box for a third time now. It's trying really, really hard to hold this New York low of yesterday inside of the True Algo box. Once you close below that box, it's lower prices for oil. And then, sorry, guys, I'm just bouncing around to help as many people as possible. Do you guys see the current candles on futures? It's already 45 ticks. You guys see it? Same thing with the ES. Just, again, just trying to call it as live as possible and show you as many assets as possible. But you see how we had to just wait for that bearish confirmation. And then that's about 2 times the average. There goes another new low. That's 48 ticks. That's 2 times the, I would say, not the national average, but for those of you guys that trade futures, we've also filled the first gap of the candle. But that's 45 ticks. Most people's average is about 25 ticks. And there you go. So if that's the only thing you had to wait for, you didn't get caught here at the very top. We say that there's the bearish close from the True Algo box, both on the ES and on the NQ. And then it's 45 instant ticks, 48 ticks, sorry. And then you filled that gap as your first take profit tool. Your next take profit I would be aiming for is to just fill the rest of this gap. That looks like it'll be another 20 ticks. So that's 60 ticks overall. True Algo members, look for this strength, the flex right here. That could be your third take profit idea. And then as we look to sweep the liquidity and potentially get all the way down here to the current beacon as well. But again, True Algo members, please be aware that that is a first take profit idea as that gap was filled. And you can see price with the bots are starting to buy that up for a take profit. Again, reminder that the euro on the right side of your guys' screen is still bullish. It has to close bearish from the box. You see how it's not bearish closed yet? When this closes bearish, we can expect a flush downwards on the euro. But right now, we're not getting that. And then for DXY, folks, we're testing that weekly open for a potential drop, which will allow the euro to continue to be bullish. Oil still holding, gold still bullish. Crypto folks, sorry I didn't say anything to you guys just yet. Crypto folks, you're waiting for a bullish close from this. Bitcoin is holding the daily open, and Tether is being a little awkward on the open as well too. But there's still no move except for the confirmation short so far on the crypto. I don't pay attention to the VWAPs because they move as price goes. So it's too easy to have a retail trader use something that's going to move and stuff like that, and it's going to keep moving. And if you change your time frame, that VWAP's going to change a little bit also. So for us, like that first take profit was very aggressive. It happened real fast with our gap using our mitigation strategy. If there's a VWAP in here, that's fantastic. That can be a take profit tool as well, but not something that I would be using to move off of. It wouldn't be an entrance tool. You could use it as a take profit though. Anything that's going to move, it's almost like if you think like repainting, if you guys have ever had repainting indicators, which ours is not, if it moves live, whatever it is, then it's not the most reliable thing to count on, especially if you change the time frame and it will slightly adjust it too. That's just a suggestion. Again, we want you guys to use whatever you want, whatever makes you most comfortable. But for me, if it moves and you want to use it as a take profit tool, not as an entrance tool. Just a suggestion. You guys notice now that euro is starting to struggle, which we want to see. Again, as it's hit the box, you just have to have it close bearish. So we know you got to wait 25 minutes. I understand that patience is not a virtue. It is not fun, but it sure can save a whole lot of heartache by just being patient and letting this close. And if it closes bearish, then we can look for a short opportunity on the euro. Gold almost put in a new high. US 30, you are still confirmed bearish from the initial. Well, I mean, it depends. Like when you had that first bearish close, it filled all the gaps. The only thing it didn't do is get to open. But at the moment, you are bearish confirmation on both the ES and the NQ. The US 30, this would be the third time it's now hit this box. So if they want, push price just slightly higher into this box as well. Once you can get a close like under this open for the NQ could look to drag the rest of the indexes down. For those of you asking about US 30. Hey Tech, I know you're usually on our live stream, so that's fantastic. One of these days you got to join. The boxes are valid 24/7. We don't operate on a 12-hour system. And then True Algo members, just note, like again, going into this session for the rest of New York, until we break and close above like the ES above this box here, there's so much incentive to get price down to the scalp target and beacon to be missed. And if we get above this box, man, like we are headed straight to the swing system from True Algo up above. And that'll be a great long opportunity after initial small short. When I'm on Forex, I don't use futures. I just use futures for the indexes. So like on Forex, you'll see here, like this is just the FX. You can use Owanda. You don't have to use futures. You have to use like the 6E or the 6J. But if you're live streaming with me, like I use futures for gold. I don't use the Owanda chart. You can, like I'll show you, it still works the same. It'll be slightly different, but you can still use it. Oil, folks, again, we're seeping down. When you close below that box, then shorts to be had. See, this is the Owanda version for gold. As you can see, no bearish close below the box, and then the longs are continuing to play out so far. Once this candle closes above, you can look to try to get back to open. There's the bigger push on oil right now, guys. But for gold, we tend to use the futures chart because we pay for futures data. That's the only reason why. The data is a little bit better for us, but you don't have to use it if you don't pay for data. If you're ever wondering, like, why am I not talking I try to not always say anything if there's nothing that needs to be said. Right now, there's a close in 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes. And then from there, we can look to see if the indexes are now going to flip neutral or still bearish. Right now, they're still confirmed bearish, all three. And so we're just impatiently waiting. You know what I mean? Impatient as in like in a live situation, you want to be able to always go long or short instantaneously. And that doesn't work. We had that quick little move from that candle that produced that 40. It was, again, I think it was 48 ticks to be exact, even though the current candle is now green. And then again, current members 45 ticks. That was that gap fill right here. And you can see too that we're holding that open price. US 30 starting to push up a little harder against. Any questions you guys have, just let me know and I'll click around and show some assets. Because like right now, the only thing we can do is sit here and wait for 5.5 minutes for this next close. The close will only be related to the index futures because we use a 15-minute time frame on those. On everything else, we use a 30-minute time frame. But this is like real life. Like real life is you waiting. You'll see like a lot of people that you watch like on YouTube, they will change their time frame to a very, very small time frame. Like we're talking about 3-minute, 1-minute, second charts, because they're trying to create moves for you. And as soon as you start messing with that time frame and you start trading on a very small time frame, the more moves you have, you need to tell yourself that also means the more losses you're going to have. And they kind of don't tell you that part. Can we expect an update with buy or sell signals? I'm confused what you mean. We are not a buy or sell signal service, nor are we going to offer one. If you're looking for a buy sell signal service, if you look out there on the other 95% of everything that's out there, there's a reason why 95% of them do not work. Instead, we present a system with you. We live stream every single day for members. We do this live during the peak late London into the New York opening session, just so that you can experience markets in a live environment to learn. And then we present strategies for you to use as well. But there's no signal service. Gold, we're just waiting for a close above this box and then can look for that bullish push up. The first take profit idea on this gold long, as again, it has to close above this box for those of you asking. Then we can look to target daily open because there's no gaps to be filled in price. So if you're a smart money theory trader, there's no gap to be filled. If you change your time frame, you might find a gap, but we don't change our time frame. Sorry, I mean by I'm just reading your questions. Tech's asking a really good question, guys. He's saying, I can't afford trail down, then we will help you with our mitigation strategy. So like Tech, take it like this, bud. And any of you guys watching. So check this out. Like there was that first short, right? So if he's talking about trail down, then I'm guessing you're on a funding challenge account, you know what I mean? Or something of that sort where you have strict rules. You can't have a certain amount of trail down or drawdown during a day or whatever it is. Sometimes it's per day. Sometimes it's per every trade. And so that can hurt you. So the average retail trader or people who are on funding challenge accounts, what you guys do on this close right there is you instantly go short with whatever the amount you are. Let's say it's one lot. Does that make sense? And the problem you make there, and what we teach you here, instead of entering in one full lot here, you can break your position up into 4. Or if you're on a funding and challenge account, I know sometimes they only allow 3 open trades at a time. So in that case, it could just be 3 partials. So like 33%, 33%, 33%, or you can use the box to stack it. And that will mean instead of you entering your full idea here with your full amount of risk, you actually move your risk further and further away from the entry and closer to your potential stop. But if you're saying that you cannot afford any type of trail or drawdown, then, and I mean this, guys, in the nicest way possible, then you shouldn't be trading. Or you shouldn't use the prop firm that you're using because you're never going to win every trade. And just so everybody is aware, when you guys are on prop firms and you're using a position tool like this, the smaller, and this is what means most to me, and as we teach this to our members, you guys see this? You see how this is like a 6-to-1? And if you ask our True Algo members, they'll tell you, when you say that, hey, I need to average a 6-to-1 in markets, what you are saying out loud is, I am okay losing 5 trades. Instead, you focus on, I'm going to win 6-to-1. It's going to be great. Instead of telling yourself you're okay losing 5 trades in a row which almost is enough to take out your trailing drawdown and stuff like that. So we try to teach you a different point of view to look at things as we try to not do what the other 95% do. We have a close here in less than 2 minutes. We will still be confirmed bearish as long as we close where we currently are at on the NQ and ES. US 30, if you're not in a position, then you are neutral as you are in the box. So there's no reason to touch US 30. Leave it. Just focus on the ES and the NQ. True Algo members, be aware of like that first take profit was hit. Very, very small, quick move, and we're holding that open. We just need to lose that open on the NQ, and it should drag the rest of the markets down. Really big rejection right now on the euro. That close is not for another 15 minutes. If you want to use the close in a live situation and not use our mitigation strategy, you guys can see it's doing its job. But again, that's one of those things, like you think about the average retail trader in the Forex market, you see all this green, and you didn't even sweep like the liquidity yet of yesterday. So you're like, oh, it can definitely go higher. You go long, and then look what happens. Because you don't long into a True Algo box above price, because that's where you would take profit on your long positions, and this is where you would be looking for reasons to go short. Trading View on your chart, is it a paid Trading View version, and is it connected to your broker? There are definitely brokers that you can use on Trading View to connect directly through. I'm not an affiliate of any of those, and I don't want people to think I'm trying to push them to any. But I use the paid version of Trading View. I also pay for futures data down here. So there's that. Ron, I do not use, nor do we teach people on the 1 minute time frame. When you start to go below 5 minutes and lower, you're trading on levels with the bots, like BOTS, the algorithm's bots, and you're begging to get chopped up. The smaller the time frame, the smaller the stop loss, the more you're going to lose your trades, because the smaller the stop, the more you get stopped out. So as long as you're okay with that, you can do that. But with True Algo, we don't teach you to be on that time frame. You'll notice if you ever ask questions to like retail traders, if you say, hey man, what time frame do you trade on? You'll hear all of them will say like the 5 minute and lower. But then remember the statistic that 95% of people lose. So we try to do the opposite of what the 95% do. US 30, again, neutral at the moment. NQ, ES, you're still confirmed bearish, guys. Okay, I understand that there's that push up after filling our initial gap. Okay, and now we're tapping the box. As soon as we close above this box, that's when we flip into a bullish mode, specifically on the ES. The NQ, it's got much further to go before it can flip bullish. So just something to be aware of and accounted for. And then we don't get a 30-minute close here for the next 14 minutes to check the other assets. But I can still look at them as we're going, guys. You guys see that gold is continuing to put in a new high on that candle. Close above this box, and then gold can push up. Oil, folks, you're still holding the box. Taking forever to break out of it, but we are collecting in the box right now. Gold continuing to muscle up. And again, if you look from the True Algo system, this is the day box and the swing system, this is a magnet for price. Also, True Algo members, we did get to the intermediary scalp target. Has between a 76 and 88% to clear that today, and it came to it. You guys see the check marks in the target. So like I was telling you guys before, gold is still bullish. There's no reason not to be bullish. It has to close bearish from a box, and you can see there's no bearishness. And then True Algo, folks, and all of you guys watching, sorry I talk fast. You guys see this right here? This is called the True Algo strength of move. You see the flex? You want to see that in the box where the reversal's happening. So as you can see, we're flipping these boxes, bullish reversing, and then you see that flex. That lets you know that the move is strength of the color, and that's green, so it's up. You see over here how it's red, and then it pushes down. The more you see them in the direction you want, the more powerful that move's going to be. DXY is now trapped between weekly open and daily open. Euro with that big push down. Remember, we're waiting for that close here in 11 minutes. Crypto folks, the only thing that would be bullish potentially if it closes right this second, which it won't, would only be Ethereum. Bitcoin short, you got to daily open. As you guys know, we teach you that's our first take, one of our first take profits, anything to the left. And then Tether is still confirmed bullish as well. So you have Tether that's bullish, Ethereum's trying to flip bullish, Bitcoin is neutral or bearish. So there's a lot of conflict within the crypto sphere right now compared to the earlier markets. US 30 still going for it, man. Bigger close here in 10.5 minutes. If you guys have questions, just keep letting me know. Feel free to ask questions rather than say like go long or short. We're not a signal service. We are here just to assist in predicting what markets can be per candle on a per candle basis as well. So tech, again, good question. Like what strategy based on beacons without much drawdown? If you join you subscribe, you will have all the statistics for all the beacons, and then you can use the video strategies that we have in there. The beacons have an extremely high hit rate, but I told all of our members, like if you go to our Discord, just ask me and I'll post a picture. I told everybody on Discord last night, our beacon strategy is we've missed 2 of these in a row. So I told everybody to be what today on the indexes. True Algo members, what did I tell you? And you can call me out if I'm scamming or lying. And the only thing we taught is that we should be bullish. And you guys can see here too, tech. You see how like this is a bullish close above this swing box here. And now look where price went straight to the next box above. And I know you're saying that like how to avoid trail down. I can assure you if you're always worried about trail down, then you need to be using some type of RR system that works for you. So when you get to our boxes, then you need to use the positioning tool that works for you in this. And if that means you change time frames because you need to have a sniper entry, then you can use these boxes for where you should see price react like you're seeing right now. But you keep saying that you're worried about trail down, and that's totally understandable. We can teach you a strategy to shrink your position sizes and scale in so you can move your entrance closer and closer to your stop rather than entering into a full position on your very first entry, which by the way, guys, that's the mistake most people make. You guys see that we're starting to pull down from the box again? We're still confirmed bearish. It has to close above the box before we're bullish. And you can see, just again, show you like just using like the line from True Algo, look. You guys might think these moves are small. Guys, it's live, right? No BS. It's 94 ticks from the box. Even if you only got in here, and True Algo members, you know we teach you, when you come up to this box, that's where you enter in for your mitigation strategy. And now look, guys, it's 105 ticks. That's not small by any sense of the means. Because if you guys are all honest with yourself right now, what is the average move where you took profit before you joined True Algo? And tech, I know you keep asking really good questions. And so my question to you is, you might look at the way trailing drawdown is different than what it should be taught. Again, the differences between us and 95% of people is if your average win before joining True Algo is 25 ticks, and now you've moved from this box 104 ticks, that's 4x your average move. And you could be done for the day. The problem is people usually try to reproduce the same exact move over and over. I mean, we saw live, guys, rewind the tape. We had a 45 tick move right here on the NQ, and now followed by another, and that's not even taking the line. That's just from the close right here is another 105 ticks. That is 150 ticks on this live stream, just on the NQ. And we're just navigating it because guys, it has to close bearish from this box, and you see it has occurred twice, offering an opportunity. Same thing with the ES as it pushes down. US 30, folks, I told you guys, and you know me, I don't like talking about it because it's not my favorite asset compared to the other 2 indices, and it already had its short play out, and now that it's closing in the boxes and I'm not in it, it's neutral. Don't try to force this one to do something when the other 2 are offering a really good short opportunity. That's the advantage of the system, being able to pick which one's going to work better. Alcatraz, I think I might have commented to you on Instagram. The guys, if you got access, like if you can see the Hines indicator for the free indicator in your trading view, but it's not working, you just have to get rid of it and force close trading view and then add it back and it will work. That's a trading view issue, not an us issue. So if you can see the indicator, you've got it. Just force close trading view. Notice that euro is still pulling down from the box, and then DXY, folks, is pushing up. This also should help, as you guys see, pull the indexes down. So if DXY can get back above this open, it's also going to start clearing some of our True Algo strength of moves. Again, the flex here on DXY. If DXY is bullish, then we tend to be bearish on indices. That could hurt gold's move up, by the way. We are 5.5 minutes from the gold close. You just need gold, sorry, can't talk, to close above this box to be bullish. And by the way, guys, look, just show you. I know that you might think these moves are small. It's 117 ticks now from that, not even from the line. It's 117 ticks. I know it's weird that I tell you we're bullish and you see this candle push up. And you see this candle push up as a retail trader. Now you're like, what is he talking about? He made me miss out on a long opportunity. And now you look, and in less than 15 minutes, you push down 115 ticks. That's the advantage of the system. And again, for someone like Tech Global who's asking about trailing drawdown, if you don't enter in here, but that's the first bearish close, and now you push back up to our box, that line, there's your entrance. You wait for it to get tripped. And as soon as it drops down below it, that's where you have a short, set your stop at the high, and then instantly you have that 6-to-1 that we were just showing you. It's probably like a 4-to-1, by the way. But for someone who's, again, if you're saying you need to avoid drawdown, that's totally okay. But if you're saying you can't have drawdown, then I'm being honest with you that I don't think you should be in markets because you can't avoid it. It's going to be there. True Algo members, if you get a second, will you answer Ron's question? He says, do we provide live analysis like this in the paid membership? And I'll let them talk. There's always a delay, so I don't know how long it takes for them to start typing between what YouTube sends you guys and me talking. But just to let you know, Ron, as you see their answers come in, what you see right now, we do every single day for paid members inside our Discord. We don't do it on YouTube every day, even for the paid members, because there's a delay. But if you are on our paid membership, that's why our indicator, guys, it's a system. It's not just an indicator. You're not just paying for the boxes, the companion indicator, these scalp targets that we have with very high hit rates. You're paying for the fact that you get to be with someone doing this live every single day during the New York session. Each day, we're here helping members because it's important to do it live. Everybody talks about doing things live and they don't. We do. So if you've been looking for a live coach or mentor who will actually show you how to do this during the New York session and call it for what it is and help everybody, this is the place to be. That's what I think sets us apart from everywhere else. And Audrey is correct. If I or any one of our people can get on more than once, we will. It's very typical for us to get on for like a news day. So like an hour before New York opens, do the news, and then come back on like an hour, hour and a half later, as long as schedules allow. I think 2 weeks ago, we had 11 live streams for members during the New York session. Last week, I think we had 8. And then so far this week, even though it's on Tuesday, this is the third live stream or second live stream. You're welcome. That close is here in 2.5 minutes. We will have a bearish confirmation close for the euro as long as it stays where it's at. You guys see it, how like hits the box. And this is a bearish close now. And then DXY, folks, it would just be nice if we could just get slightly higher than the open because right now we can't get above New York's high of yesterday. So DXY, Forex, folks, that's something I'm watching. I need that close to go above, and that can really help the euro plummet. I don't think the pound got to a box. We know that we already had a bullish long idea up from the pound, but right now the pound has not hit a box. So there's no shorts to be had on the pound. If you are a UCAD trader, the Canadian dollar is getting absolutely destroyed right now because the UCAD should be down and instead it's up. So True Algo members, if any of you guys are on minor pairs that use the Canadian, The Canadian is very weak right now. It should look like this, and instead it looks like that. So something to be aware of. And then we already know about the UJ. Again, same thing with the yen. The yen is still getting absolutely destroyed in the Forex market. So, and I can already see that there's going to be short opportunities. Yep, look at the yen. True Algo members, you guys take note, please. Right now, you are at the swing box for the UJ. So there's potential really big swing short opportunities that could present themselves on the UJ. We still have extremely high hit rates for the scalp targets and beacons that are still bearish that need to be cleared. So please take note of that going into the rest of this session and going into tomorrow. Gold will confirm bullish as long as it closes right here. Oil, folks, you're still sitting in the box neutral from the initial long idea. And then we are still holding that open like nobody's business right now on the index futures. Again, 140 to 150 tick wins so far between the two shorts. One was the you take profit on, and True Algo members, really, really good learning opportunity. Listen to me. Somebody asked yesterday, hey, when we go short and we fill this gap for that quick little move for those 45 ticks right there, when you get that second opportunity to short here and it pushes down, you asked me, can I use the fair value gap as a take profit again, even though it's already filled? And the answer is no, because it doesn't exist anymore. But what do we keep hitting as a take profit? True Algo members, do you see it? You literally just asked me this yesterday on the live stream. I don't care that that gap is here. It's gone. We already got rid of it and took a take profit. Then on the additional shorts, we got to hit the open. That's another take profit. Cool. We are still confirmed short on the NQ and on the ES. Notice that we're trying really hard, NQ folks, to lose this open, and we still haven't lost it yet. Don't tell me that that's a loss of it, because it needs to close lower. Okay, it's too close. If you change brokers, if you look on the micros, it'll be in a different spot. US 30, you are still neutral. So I'm not sitting here trying to go short or long on the US 30. The euro is confirmed bearish. You can see the candle immediately opens is now bearish, guys. So we are bearish on the euro until you get back up and close. And then euro, folks, you guys see right here is that True Algo strength to move. If we can hold that flex from True Algo, that shows the power to push down and clear this one right here, which is also a gap in pricing. So you want the euro to hold that True Algo flex right there. Oil, you're still in the box. True Algo members, I'll ask you, and this is important, guys, because this is real life. This is what you don't get elsewhere. You guys see how I told you, as long as we close bullish, let me make this even bigger for you. As long as we close bullish from this box, that is, we're bullish on gold. You see how it closed above? This is where you as a trader need to make the decision that, is this close high enough from the box? You can see that the next candle's green. The system's doing its job. So maybe in this case, because it's not far enough up at the box, maybe this is where you don't enter in your full idea. So if you normally would enter in a quarter of the position, maybe you flip that into half as well. You're just trying to protect, or that is a good enough close for you, and you're targeting a certain distance in move, or you're trying to target the London high, the New York right here, or the daily open as well. Let's check silver. There might be an opportunity on silver from a long. Oh, I can definitely tell. Silver is confirmed bullish. Watch, you'll see. The box is down here. I remember this from last night. So silver already has a bullish confirmation. That's plenty far enough in the box. You'll see, guys, down here. Watch how perfect this is. Boom. There's your first long idea from True Algo, straight to take profit. And now there is no sense to be bearish on silver whatsoever as we just continue to head up. And then again, True Algo members, look, completely different asset. You're trying to get the bullish move. This is the confirmation candle right here. And then look how it holds the True Algo flex of the move. See the strength in the box, and boom, straight up. And now we're about to take profit on the silver. Oil, you're still holding. So this is, again, you guys get to see live, like, if gold wasn't a bullish enough close, silver has been a bullish enough close from the True Algo box for over 2 hours. So you have plenty of opportunities, because gold and silver generally move in the same direction. They just don't move the same amount. Does that make sense, everybody, from a percentage standpoint? US 30 still neutral. I'm going to try to clean up the charts a little bit, guys. Sorry. So NQ and ES folks, SPY, all you folks, like you don't want price to clear this flex. If we come up and clear this, then True Algo members, we're going to push up more than anything and then potentially offer another short. But if price can't clear that flex, that means it's going to put in a new low and then a new low and then a new low. So that's what we'll be watching. That's the whole point of it, guys, that it shows the strength of move. You see how the strength of the move right now is connected to a bearish candle? As long as it stays there, that's telling you that the bearish move is strong. That's, again, a new thing that we just added for you guys to help those of you that struggle live, because you guys don't have to do what I'm doing live. You can sit there on your phone and set alerts and check it, and then when you see that on your phone, that lets you know that this move is still strong until that flex gets disappeared. Ron, it does. Options are more difficult for people in markets, but like here, I'll show you an example. Look, Ron. Here is Apple, right? The biggest market maker in the world. Just use what we're teaching you, Ron. Right here, would you go long or short? Would you take calls or would you take puts if you knew that this is how Apple was right at the market open? Do you see it? And you would instantly know, boom, that this is a short. Jane, I appreciate your feedback. If more people feel the same way, if you want a white background, I gladly will. But I can assure you with my eyes, if I put on this white screen, my eyes are going to hurt. I'll look to change it though, if that helps. But Ron, do you see that? You instantly ask. And then just to again show you, you see this candle right here. Let me move the arrow. Again, this is Apple. There's your bearish close during the New York Open. If you miss the first initial puts, there's the next close. And then you can see, there's the flush downwards. So hopefully that helps you, bud. Yeah, the white hurts my eyes, so I'll gladly take your guys' feedback, but we have not had that issue just yet with anybody else. I agree with all of you guys saying that like the NQ now is currently going up. Just a reminder, the NQ and ES went up on this candle too, right here, and then offered 115 ticks short. So, and now we just cleared this flex. You'll see the flex disappear. And again, you see it's now gone on the ES. So letting you know that this initial short is now not as strong. See how it's disappeared? And again, it updates live for you. It doesn't come back, by the way. Just so everyone understands, like repainting, just that little flex, it will never come back now. It's gone forever. And if you were to replay it, it'll show you the flex in the same exact spot until it gets cleared. Thanks for your guys' feedback. I appreciate it. Tech, man, you ask a lot of questions. I love it. You remind me of Kia. Kia is one of our members that have been here now who asked a million questions before joining. You ask, what's the difference between the scalps and beacons? They are two different take profit tools. There is a scalp target version and there are beacons. They are two different things that we use. US 30 folks, you guys see like why we talk about being neutral? How it's just loading people up in those boxes. You got to wait for the close. Yeah, so what you're explaining, someone in chat, I don't know if they're a current member or they're just somebody who's here, they're saying that Apex and the other prop firms, they both use intraday drawdown that can kill your account. Yeah, man, so you guys just got to think about it. These firms are set up to make you lose, not win. They tell you they're teaching you good rules, but it's rules so that you blow your account. So the biggest thing that I'll tell you guys is like, it's very simple to adjust the way you do drawdown. Most of you, when you enter in a position, you enter in everything you have in a position on the very first close or whatever you use, not True Algo related. Instead, you should look for ways how to scale into your position, which is exactly how every hedge fund does things. They never just buy everything at one point. And you as a day trader, that's what you do every single day. You're literally doing the opposite of what you're doing what 95% of people do. And that's why I was being honest with you guys about this very first short that we had, I understand that you see that this candle's green. But this is the thing that you all need to understand about being live. And this is what people can't do live. We all said that you needed to be bearish on that candle. If you waited because you're impatient or you don't trust, you have trust issues with indicators or anything like that, that's fine. But we teach our members that any type of fair value gap is a take profit. And we saw that that was a 45 tick move. And then my biggest thing I keep pushing to people with True Algo right now for our current members is everybody says that their average win was 25 ticks usually, somewhere between 20 and 30. It's pretty rare for someone to say 40. But right there was instantly, no drawdown, by the way. It instantly went to profit for 45 ticks and then pushed up. And then hits the True Algo box again from the initial short and pushes down 115 ticks. So like if you entered in your first short right here and missed the take profit, we teach this to our members with our mitigation strategy, that would be your next entrance. That means you'd have multiple contracts right up here. So what was 115 ticks? You have 2 contracts in the idea. So now it's well over 200 ticks for your win. And you guys see that strength of move, how it got depleted and now the candle is just consolidating. That's the advantage of the system, that we now know that the move is weaker. We're still not bullish, everybody. I need you all to understand that. We are not bullish. If this candle goes like this, we are still not bullish. When it closes above this box, now you're bullish. That's the difference between us and everything else. Everything else is trying to force you to be bullish and bearish on every single candle on every time frame. We get a close here in 6 minutes. And by the way, I don't know if you're in the YouTube chat, but someone messaged us on Instagram and they just fixed their issue with the Hines indicator, that they didn't realize that you just had to force close trading view. Now listen, again, guys, I just want to prove to you that like we aren't blowing smoke. Everyone look at the right side of my screen. What do you see? True Algo members, what do you see? And this is what I talk to you guys about. Like, whatever you're doing right now, can you call it live? Can you sit here and tell everybody on YouTube, without a shadow of a doubt, the only thing you can do is be bearish because you closed bullish, or sorry, you hit a bullish candle to this box. You had to wait 30 minutes for the close. And now the very next candle, there's your short. And then tech, as you always ask good questions, bud, look at it live. It's not BS. And then look at how small the wick is. You keep saying that like you have to protect trailing and drawdown. Well, there's your stop. Maybe your stop is this strength of move right there, because you don't want to use the box as the stop. And I totally get it. That's why you have to use your own strategy. You can't find a perfect strategy anywhere, but what you can do is say, this candle needs to put in a new low from that close. And there you go. Without a shadow of a doubt. There's no mixing words. I never told, and there's another new low. I have yet to tell any of you to be bullish on the euro since we hit the box and closed bearish. That's the advantage of the True Algo system. Oil now has pushed through. Again, a close here, and now we're headed lower. I'm not sure what gold is because we're on silver. Gold still hovering. Where was the initial close? Is it here or here? I don't remember which one it was. I think it was here. Find out shortly as that loads. Hold on, I go to indexes. Just trapping people. Getting a little bit of a triangle set up now too, for those of you guys that watch that stuff. Gold. Again, there was that close that we talked about. And then True Algo members, remember what we say, like if you're using that mitigation strategy, however you want to utilize it the best of your ability, you've now have 4 contracts technically available to yourself from an ideas perspective. You are heavily up. You don't need it to go as far now, correct? I know you want it to go farther, but this is where you can start scaling out. You can start protecting the position if that's what you guys are doing. US 30 rejecting a little bit harder now. We have a close here in 2.5 minutes, so we can keep you guys posted as we keep moving live candle to candle. You guys will notice too that I will be unbelievably consistent. I don't flip-flop because the system will flip-flop me as soon as we close above the box. Can we link True Algo to TradingView once we purchase it? I'm not sure what you mean, Bloom. I'm using TradingView. As soon as you sub, you get access to it, and the team adds the indicators to your TradingView. if that's what you're asking. What asset works best for drawdown? I don't know. I mean, you got to think about like what's volatile. The US 30 and the the US 30 and NQ offer the most ticks per move per candle compared to the ES. So if you were to practice, the ES would be less volatility, I think is what you would be asking for, tech. And then if you're on Forex, ETH beat, oh my gosh, I'm convinced, my bad. The euro versus the pound. Let's see what it looks like today. I have no idea if it looks, I cannot type. Euro versus the pound. There we go. Tends to be the least volatile of all Forex pairs. So what we're doing right now as this is loading is we're trying to see, did True Algo put a box here? Did True Algo put a box here for the Asia session? And there you go. So look, just want to show you like tech that I'm not blowing smoke. What do you see? Like even if I turn off the companion indicator, look, you see this right here? These are True Algo scalp targets and beacons, all bearish, and look what price does instantly. With almost no other color direction of a candle till you hit the box. And then there's the bullish move from the box. And then look as it pushes up, now we're in the next day from the initial longs straight to the other daily scalp targets. You see these dots running across the screen? You can't blindly trade to them. You have to use our True Algo boxes to get to them, and that box got you there. And now look, you see the wicks on top of price right now, tech? You see how there's no close above? So if you're a Forex trader, I highly suggest you look at the euro versus the pound. It's the least volatile Forex pair. So if any of you guys don't know that, now you know. And hopefully that helps you. And then if you're on the index futures, use the ES. That would be my suggestion for you. As soon as DXY blasts through that daily open, the euro and Forex is going to drop quite hard, even though we did just put in another new low on the euro. Still no long opportunity for crypto folks, so please don't push any longs. Notice that Ethereum did not put in a bullish close, even though the current candle is green. And this is what I talked to you guys about being foresight trading versus hindsight analysis traders. You see how this current candle is green, which makes you want to go long, right? But it hasn't closed bullish from this box. The previous candle was also green. You guys see it? But then it closed bearish. So that's why time frames matter and we don't flip-flop. So for every time they went long, they got stopped out. Do you see it? So we have to wait for that candle to close bullish. And only Ethereum would be bullish. Bitcoin is neutral and Tether is bullish, which is not good for long ideas. We did just get another close. So listen, and be very specific. True Algo members, we are still what on the two big indices? We are still bearish. It has to close above this box to flip bullish. Okay? We've already had multiple small wins. If you want to count 115 ticks as a small win. But this is not an area, as a retail trader, guys, listen to me. Using the True Algo system, this is not a long. Again, this is all for demo and paper trading purposes only. But this is using our rules. There's no long opportunity, just shorts. And as you guys can see, US 30 is getting very, very close to presenting another short opportunity. And that would be all three indexes, by the way. There's another new low on the euro. In case you guys think I'm blowing smoke, watch. Here's the 1 minute time frame, and there's the new low. The only thing you can be right now is bearish on the euro. You cannot be bullish. I will stick to the guns. We will not change. If you were to ask me to check the pound or the UCAD or the UJ, my response to you is why? We have watched this since the stream has started. There is no reason to check the other ones at all. It's just the euro. These are the two biggest Forex pairs in the world. The DXY, which is the US dollar, and the euro. Those are the two biggest. Oil has now gotten to the box. There was no short opportunity on that one, just from earlier in the day, yesterday. And this is what I was talking to you guys on gold, and you heard one of our members, Sam, say it too. Like, is this close bullish enough for you? And that's why we talked about silver being a better opportunity, because it's too close to the box. If I have to zoom in this far to make sure I can tell that it's a close above, or when you measure it and it's a single tick, look, it's one tick, guys. Like one tick is not bullish enough for me. Does that make sense? It needs to close higher. So I wait 30 minutes, and then in 11 minutes from now, when we close up here, boom, that's what we can have. But right now, True Algo is trying to protect us. It's still pushed up, you know what I mean? We still talked about the extra contracts that would have got activated. For those of you that are current members, you know our mitigation strategy from using the entire box as a scaling in position, and we know that that was already a win, or to move your stop to protect yourself. US 30, folks, again, wait for the close. You guys see how we come down live, tap the bottom of the box, and then that's where retail traders, what do you think the retail trader just did on US 30? Because remember, they don't use our time frames. They're on the 1 minute, they're on the 3 minute, they're on the 5 minute. So right there, what does a retail trader do, guys? They instantly start shorting on the US 30. And what does the US 30 do? Take our box, push right back up. It has to close below this box for shorts to want to push down. That's why we talk about a lot that, like, with this system, it's about protecting. And True Algo members, the biggest things I want to teach you guys again from this live perspective is, do you remember right here how we had the True Algo strength of move from the bearish side? And I told you, you don't want it to clear it, because if it does, the bots, BOTS, will want to search higher. And now you're seeing it live happen. That's why when you have that initial take profit at daily open, at any type of gap, that's the win. And now you move on. You don't sit there and hold and hope. Okay? Don't do what retail traders do. As soon as we close above here, that's the bullish idea being activated on the ES. If not, this is a great area to trap traders. And for those of you guys that are watching live and you're just like, oh, why can't I just go long? Reminder, guys, we are consistent about our time frame. For every 15-minute candle you see close bullish, look at the very next candle that closed bearish. You know what I mean? This is what happens to retail traders. We only take a high probability idea from the close from the box. Now that we've tapped this box, if we close bearish, that can be a short idea. But right now, we've already taken profit on the initial small shorts, if you want to call it small, and then now push up. Once it closes above the box, that's when we can be bullish. DXY, again, it just needs to get above that open from a close standpoint, and then DXY can muscle the Forex market down. Gold still holding. Oil, folks, this would not be a short when you close, because you've hit the take profit on the initial short. So look at another asset. Maybe check copper. You know what I mean? And if this circle right here, any of these are a bullish close from a True Algo box, man, that is a huge win, and you just got to take profit. That's why you look at other assets. Instead of forcing other assets to like do what you want, just check a different excuse me, just check a different commodity. So looking over here, like, were any of these circles a bullish close? This should be a box right down here. I just don't know which close is bullish right there. Look at copper, or not, this is natural gas. And then there's the win. It's really helpful, commodity folks, to like try to find a commodity that's in the best position when you're actually entering into markets. Don't try to force an asset to do something. Like, again, if I'm sitting here watching gold over and over and over again, we told you that silver was that better idea. Again, trapping people in the box. Close above, then we can flip bullish. We're just about to touch an hour in less than a minute. I'll wait for this next close in 8 minutes. And then if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. And then I'll gladly answer them. And then I'll be out. And for all of you guys, I apologize about the delay with the internet. But to make up for it, if you guys are, I presume you'll be okay with it, but we will add another live stream for free this week. So it'll probably be Thursday or Friday. There's a news event on Friday, so that might be the best day to do it. But we'll post that in our Discord. We'll also post it on our YouTube and our socials for you guys to come hang out if you would like to. So we will make up for the internet service earlier today. I was just glad that I was able to still get on. And by the way, I don't know if you're still here, Ron, or any of you guys that watched what I was saying about Apple, but remember, from a live perspective, there's the first initial short on Apple for puts. There's the second puts. And by the way, we have now gotten to the full take profit on Apple. This is another reason why like the markets are slightly bullish right now, because you got to think about it. Apple and Microsoft are the two biggest makers of like the ES and the NQ, like S&P 500, you know what I mean? And look, you have hit the full take profit area on these initial puts on Apple. So now you look for a close and then Apple's bullish. That would help indexes push upwards because it's the biggest market maker inside of, not market maker, well, yes, but it makes up the most of the S&P. If you guys look at what stocks make up the most. Right now, Tesla is in the bullish swing box of True Algo, as in trying to thrust itself up bullish. NVIDIA, folks, look, you see how it holds the box from True Algo? Right here. And by the way, you open straight into True Algo box bearish reversal. And then now you open puts straight down, hit the True Algo box. This is where you collect longs and calls, but just be aware, guys, they're going to put the theta, all the Greeks are not in your favor, you know what I mean? But this is where you want NVIDIA to push up. So you have to take something that's very close to ITM, you know what I mean? Like in the money when you're practicing. And you guys, you can practice options contracts as well on Webull and all these other things. But you see how we hold the box. And then now it's muscling up to come fill this gap right here. See it live? Look. Which means the indexes should be pushing up still too. Yep, and you can see it. So you can use the stocks to your advantage. If we know Apple, NVIDIA, those big market makers, and Tesla right now are flipping bullish from True Algo, then the indexes are going to flip bullish most likely because they make up the most of it there. Good, Ron. So you got to see that, bud. Hope that helps you when you were asking about options contracts. Oil has the one of our members, Mike, is saying, if you're still here, Tech or anybody else, if you're asking like what asset or asset class has like the least amount of volatility, typically it's oil. Oil has it's least affected by any news event out there. You guys see, like, again, this big old bullish candle, all that FOMO starts kicking in. And like for me and what we try to teach our members is like the close is up here, not here. Again, this is a great place to trap people. It's cool though. The close is in 3.5 minutes. And then True Algo members, you guys know this. You see how like the NQ and US30, they're most likely going to close in the box, right? So they're neutral. The only long opportunity would be on the ES. So it's one of those ones that like I wouldn't be as aggressive because these two haven't confirmed because they're still in the box. It would just be ES. And again, the ES has to close above. We have 3.5 minutes for it to close higher. DXY should still be struggling with that open, and it is. So, and see gold, what I was talking to you guys. And that's why I asked you. To me, it wasn't good enough from a bullish close perspective. And now look at the candle. Again, just trying to make sure we're mentoring it live and it's not a scam. I asked you, was that a bullish enough close? And the members said, no, it needs to close higher. One tick is not enough, guys. If I change the broker, if I change from micros to minis, that might have not even closed bullish just yet. So just showing you for what it is. We are now at the top of the box. And now it's up here. Closes in 2.5 minutes. I'll stay on a little bit longer once we have this close here. And then again, any last minute questions, guys, please chime in. Chris, I think you're a current member, but if you're not, just tag me on Discord and I can show you my exact settings. When we send you like access to the indicator, it's set to like the settings that we like. But you can change them to whatever you want, if that makes sense. But if you're not a member, then just apply what I just said. When you get the indicator access, it will be set to the settings we use. True Algo members, you see like the NQ, again, that strength of move. After we reversed the bearish one and had that quick 115 tick move, now look. You see how it's on the bottom showing that strength? I won't share my charts, but I'll tell you what they are. The reason why is because once people have access to the charts, they always have access to the chart. But I don't know who's asking your name, Resourcinity. On Discord, just tag me. I have all of my templates, like what I use for every single asset class. So that's already there for you. It's in the members strategies. Got you covered. Yep, for all of them. Index metals, yep. It is inside of the brand new companion indicator. So if you haven't updated your companion indicator, that might be why you can't see it. So just get rid of your companion indicator, force close trading view, and reopen it. And that's strength of move, and click it in the box. And it will open. Well, when you load the new indicator up, it will instantly be there because it's already checked for you. So just update. I see who you are. Yeah, but I already in Discord, once I'm off here, just remind me. But it's in the members strategies. It shows every acronym for the that you're asking, which asset. We're just about to have a close. You guys see again, like this is what I talk about. Again, think about that average retail trader that goes long. They wait long and long and long, and then they're finally like, okay, it's definitely got to be bullish now. And then what happens is they go long and they get filled up here. That's why it has to close above the box. That's why I love True Algo. Like I have no FOMO anymore. Like it's completely gone. It has to close above to flip bullish. And guys, we already talked about how the NQ and US 30 are still stuck in the boxes as being neutral now. There's the close. We have another strength of move now activated. Okay, current members. Cool. The only thing you can be is neutral on all three. If that means you want to use some type of sniper strategy and have a very conservative stop loss, that's totally up to you. For me, I am totally fine waiting 15 minutes for a close up here. And if price pushes up and I miss the move, I'm going to be fine. And I'll do the same thing tomorrow. I don't have any need to force anything to happen until we get a close above the box. You guys see it, right? Gold, there is no long or short to be had. There is a bearish confirmation short on natural gas, by the way. I don't think there's going to be a long opportunity on oil. No, there won't be because it hit the take profit as that's loading. You can check silver. Silver might still have an opportunity for a long opportunity. That was weird verbiage just now. I apologize. Nope, not yet. Euro, you're now headed up to that True Algo strength of move. You guys see it heading up there right now to where that's been identified. And now you can see that how the candle is not moving as aggressive here to start. That means it's very bullish, James. QQQ is a favorite. I don't put that up too much over here for you guys. But you also have access to the ETFs. So SPY, SPX 500, QQQ. And you'd be surprised how much QQQ is a market maker and moving price up or down. So what James is saying is that QQQ is also closed above our boxes, which is bullish. You can check the Russell might be bullish too. Any other questions you guys got? Anybody? Again, True Algo members, the only thing you can be now, if you're not in anything, is neutral on all three. You're waiting for a close above this box on the ES. And again, it's just a prime spot. Like if for over the next 13 minutes, to just do this and then close all the way back down. And then you just extract from all those people that are longing the high of the day. It'd be different if it closed above that box, but you guys can clearly see it did not. Not every candle closes above the box. Continue going up. Same for short. So Tech, I mean, you're describing trading, bud. The confluence that you add is, do you use other systems? Do you use other processes that show you whether or not to take a short or take a long? There is nothing that's perfect. And again, from what you're describing earlier about the whole trail down, it's like, I think you're looking for something that's perfect, and I don't think you're going to find it. So for us, like what you're seeing live, we provide that as an extra way to build confluence inside the companion indicator. You can use the London session high and low, which we teach, by the way. You can use the previous New York session high and low. These are all things that you can use to help you. The biggest thing is like when you guys see these moves, you think that this candle isn't a big enough mover for you, which to me is hard to believe because we talked earlier about the average move is 20 to 25 ticks. And when a move moves 45 to 100 per candle, that's more than the move that you were looking for before you showed up here. You guys see this live, by the way? I'm just trying to prove a point. You see like the FOMO of the retail trader, how they're going long here at the top, and now look at the candle. This is why we just patiently wait. Tech, you've been very consistent about attending our streams, bud. You just pick a month to give it a chance, man. And just see if it works out for you. And it might not. Your rules that are in place might make this not work for you. And we know that we're not for everybody. You know what I mean? Jay's asking how long are the daily live streams? Usually they're for an hour. We don't sit here and live stream for 3-4 hours at a time. Sometimes they're an hour and a half. Sometimes they're 2 hours if it starts during like a news event. But typically it's just an hour. Yeah. As Mike just put in the comments, that is impossible to find. Still confirmed bearish on the euro. Silver, there's nothing to be had. Look at oil, man. It's pretty rare to see these types of wicks on oil. But you can see like it's still sitting in the same exact box. We're almost at the same exact point from where the stream started an hour and a half ago. Not hour and 11 minutes ago. You guys see it? Like this is where we started the stream. And we're literally in the same exact spot. So the market makers or whatever you guys want to call those people, what I was identifying to you guys earlier, oil needs to lose, and tech, this is something that I was talking about, that like when oil loses that, which is the New York low of yesterday, you can see how we're clearly holding it and the True Algo box is there. When we lose that from a close perspective, that's why we tell you guys to stay off smaller candles. Price should look to push down. Snow, if we suggest that you at least have that first version of TradingView because you're really limited to time frames and things like that. And our indicator comes with 3 settings, not just 1 or 2. So I think the maximum you can have on the free version of TradingView is just 2 indicators. So I highly suggest you at least get the first paid version. And if you guys are waiting, I mean, there's usually a very sweet deal for TradingView during Black Friday. So it's very far away, but just a suggestion. You guys see this candle? If that's the only thing you're getting from us live after the initial moves on the NQ, do you see it? Like, this is how you don't get trapped in trading, because that FOMO is so real when you see it go up and you want to go long and then boom, didn't close above the box, price stops in a heartbeat. And it protects us. I talk a lot about how the indicator protects me from making harsh or rash decisions because my emotions get in the way. And sometimes that's all you really need from a live perspective. Man, Ethereum absolutely gunned it. Somebody bought crypto like crazy just now. Oh, that's nuts. So crypto folks, you got to wait for it to close above this box, man. It's just being about protecting. We also filled this last little bit of a gap on Ethereum. Any last minute questions, folks? If you guys can, I always feel awkward asking. If you haven't got a chance to hit the like button, we appreciate it. If you can even put a comment after the video is done, because all the comments you guys do now, it's just showing during chat, but versus afterwards. Or don't, and it's okay. We still appreciate you. We appreciate your time, and we'll be on here. It'll be this Thursday or this Friday. We'll do another live stream with you guys. And then you can see us call it for what it is. Friday has a news event, so I think that's probably the most likely time to come on. We like to be on during the highest volatility points versus trying to escape them like others. So that's what we'll be. That's all I have. Anything else, folks? If not, I appreciate you guys your time. Thanks for those of you guys that hang out. Again, apologies for the internet issue to start. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Have a fantastic rest of your day.